Today's live IELTS class. My name is Adrian, and I'm streaming to you from beautiful Budapest, the capital city of Hungary in Central Europe. I hope everybody has had a fantastic Monday and Tuesday and looking forward to the rest of your week. Today we are looking at speaking part 1 of the IELTS exam. Hi, Juan Pablo. Dashdorj, Kyber, Hikmatillo. Nice to see many students in the class. While we wait for some more of your peers, these lessons are brought to you by aehelp.com. For academic IELTS, check us out at aehelp.com and join our premium package for lots of materials and help. For the general version of the test, check us out at IELTShelp.com. On both of these sites, we have original practice exams, HD videos, and a fully interactive course for your phone, tablet, PC. Our academic web portal looks like this with the blue background. Click that big red button to join the premium package or the green button to try the demo for free. Hi, Rodrigo. Good to see some members in on the class. The general version of our website, same type of layout with a green background. Click that big red button to join there. Students, this is a speaking class, and certainly I'm speaking lots. I want to believe that you are also speaking, so please make sure to repeat and speak as much as possible. Copy my intonation, my pronunciation, my vocabulary. So speak and repeat. Speak, repeat. We will work on questions together in the class, and I want you to talk as much as possible. Speaking is the most important to quickly improve your language skills. Students, if you have not done so yet, definitely get our apps from your Google Play, Apple App Stores. Search for Academic IELTS Help. Look for our logo, or General IELTS Help and look for this logo here. You can connect your app with your web account for a really awesome learning experience. If you have questions, just send me an email, adrian@aehelp.com. Students, this week, we have speaking part 1 today. Tomorrow, we will start a task 2 with our members. Everybody can watch that class. Then, of course, we will have a reading class where everybody can chat. Then some more writing on Friday, and then more reading and speaking on Saturday. Let's get into today's lesson. All right, everyone. Let's warm up our speaking muscles. When you go to your speaking interview, the examiner will meet and greet you with some very standard questions. Let's start with these. So the examiner questions, firstly, they will ask for your name. So what is your full name? Practice this question, as boring as it might get, as redundant as it might get. Practice answering this question so you can be natural, smooth, confident when you say your name. So, what is your full name? This will be one of the first questions the examiner asks of you. All right, Kyber Jan says, my last name is Momand and my first name is Kyber, so please just call me Kyber. Nice, Kyber. I hope you're enunciating that as well, so you're saying that when I say it. Ines says, my full name is Ines Taslikali. Please just call me Ines. All right, Ines. Hope I pronounced it more or less correctly. Harmeet says, my surname is Singh and my full name is Harmeet. That's a little bit awkward, Harmeet. So my surname is Singh and my given, so my surname is Singh and my given name is Harmeet. My full name is Harmeet Singh. Okay, so your full name is all of the names together. All right. Roshni Kunte says, my full name is Roshni Kunte, please call me by my first name, which is Roshni. I really like that, okay? That's a very nice, natural way to express yourself. It's smooth. It shows the examiner you are ready, okay? So my full name is Michael Andrews. My given name is Michael, but most people just call me Mike. Please do the same. All right, so there is another way to express yourself and answer. Repeat after me. My full name is Michael Andrews. My given name is Michael, but most people just call me Mike. Please do the same. Okay, nice, natural, expressive language. All right. Then, of course, the examiner will ask to see your identification. May I see your identification? Again, have a nice full sentence response for this. Okay? You want to really show the examiner with these first couple meet and greet questions that you're confident, you've prepared, you have good fluency, you have good pronunciation. Marasa says, yep, let me take it out from my bag and find it. Here it is. Please have a look. Good, Marasa. Okay. Naziba says, here you are. Please take a look. Students, again, a reminder, okay? You should not finish your sentence with please, okay? So here's my passport, which I used for registration. Please take a look, okay? We don't say this in English. Here it is, please, okay? So this would be considered awkward or unnatural English. We only put the word please at the end of a sentence when it's a question. Like, may I have that, please? Can I have a glass of water, please? Okay, take a look, please. Okay, that's a question, all right? So here it is, please take a look. When you're requesting, then you always follow please with at least a couple words, okay? So keep that in mind. If you finish with please, your examiner is going to be like, ooh, okay, this person doesn't have a lot of experience with real English, because please is always a question when it finishes the sentence, okay? All right, then a couple more warm-up icebreakers. Here we go. Next question, again, practice these. These are very common. Okay, what do you like to do at the weekends? What do you like to do at the weekends? Give me a nice full sentence answer for this one. Again, students, if I missed your responses, don't worry, just keep going, keep practicing. I'll get different students at different times. Okay. Pedram says, at weekends, I usually have more spare time compared to the weekdays. Therefore, I prefer to spend 4 to 5 hours in the park near my home with my friends, talking about current news. Just last week, I had an important economical argument with my friend James. All right, Pedram, nice. It's a nice, fluent answer. Okay. Happy Singh says, why the examiner wants to reduce our confidence? Happy Singh, they do not want to reduce your confidence. They want you to be confident. Okay, sometimes examiners even give more help than they're actually allowed to. So I don't know why you feel that way. All right, Ines says, well, on Saturdays, I enjoy playing video games with my friends, and on Sundays, I hang out with my family. Just last Sunday, we watched a comedy movie. Okay, Ines, a few important corrections there. Be careful. Rodrigo Duarte says, I often head to my hometown, Sakurima, with both my family and nephews. On Saturdays, we spend a couple of hours on the beach, watch the sunset, while on Sundays, we cook some delicious food and have long conversations. Okay, Rodrigo, nice. I like it. Okay. Zarika Marika says, so I always let my hair down on the weekends and do something I enjoy, which helps me to relax, like draw pictures of different kinds of creatures. Last Saturday, I painted a beautiful whale swimming in the ocean. Zarika, careful, okay? I let my hair down. It's a nice idiom, but we don't often use that. And again, remember what I said a couple weeks ago, students? Let my hair down is an idiom that only women use usually. For me, I'd have a lot of trouble letting my hair down. It's too short, okay? So if a person with short hair says, I let my hair down, even though we understand, it's kind of funny, okay? All right, how do you let down your short hair? Let's see some more responses to this question. Haley, welcome, our new member. Send me an email, Haley. All right. Mr. Beck says, most of the time on Saturdays, I prefer to read a couple of books. Such as detective and romance novels. But on Sundays, I always hang out with friends. Just yesterday, we had a good time at a local cafe making small talk. Okay, Mr. Beck, not bad, nice. I love how many students now, I can tell that many of you are coming to these classes regularly and you're really understanding the style of answering. So answer, explain, example. That's exactly what Mr. Beck did. Most of the time on Saturdays, I prefer to read a couple of books like detective or romance novels, but on Sundays, I always hang out with friends. Just yesterday, we had a great time making small talk at a local cafe. Mr. Beck, again, I'm correcting, adding a little bit, but the structure is fantastic. Our member Vishal says, well, being a hectic schedule. Vishal, let's start that one more time. So Vishal says, well, having a hectic schedule, I do not have much time to spend with family on weekends as they are also working. So I prefer to spend my free time with my family members whenever I can. Vishal, I see what you're saying, but you definitely have some awkward phrasing there. Just careful, okay? Answer directly, students. So on Saturdays, I like to do some active hobbies like going hiking in nature or playing basketball with friends. And on Sundays, I like to relax, kick back with a book or a movie in order to charge my batteries for the upcoming work week. Just last Sunday, I watched the new Star Wars. It was fantastic. It's not true. Actually, I haven't seen it. But that's the idea, okay? So weekends, paraphrasing it with Saturdays and Sundays, right? Some people think Fridays are the weekend. In US, Canada, we consider Friday evenings the weekend. So on Saturdays, I like to do some active hobbies like going hiking in nature or playing basketball with friends. And on Sundays, I like to relax, kick back with a book or a movie in order to charge my batteries for the upcoming work week. Just last Sunday, I watched the new Star Wars. It was fantastic. Nice, natural, fluent language right off the bat. Okay. Next question. Where do you go to relax? Okay. Give me a nice full sentence answer for this one. So where do you go to relax? Again, students, be very direct with your answers. Immediately tell me where you go to relax. Then tell me why you go there. And then maybe give me an example of when was the last time you went there. Keep your logic very clear for the exam. Practice it at home. All right. Violet Newen says, I'm not an outdoorsy person, so the place that helps me relax the most is my bedroom, where I can do my homework or watch some videos without being bothered by my sister. All right, Violet Newen, I like it. A nice natural way to say that, Violet Newen, is I'm not an outdoorsy person. I'm not an outdoorsy person. Okay. Rohit Kumar says, meditation room. All right. You definitely want to give me some more information. Hoang Nguyen says, always go to the washroom. Okay. You still have to, you can't say VC or WC because that won't make sense to your examiner, Hoang. I always go to the washroom. Okay. Drav Zalavadia says, I often visit the jogging track, which is near my home, as it provides me a natural environment to release energy and let go of stress. Drav, sure, it makes sense. Just be a bit more expressive, okay? Be more expressive. What do you mean you visit the jogging track? Do you go jogging there, or do you watch other people run races and that helps you relax? So what do you do there? Okay. Dicey SPB says, on Saturdays I prefer going to the bowling center with my friends or playing some basketball. Just as we played on the previous weekend, it was fantastic, even though the game was a draw. It was a tie. Okay. Good. Dicey. Nice answer. Just watch your word choice a bit in your grammar. All right. Nasiba Alimbekova says, so in the area where I live, there are a variety of activities I can do to relax, but mostly I prefer reading books with my soulmates or watching a sitcom with my soulmate. Nasiba, if you're talking about your boyfriend or girlfriend or whoever he, she may be, it's a soulmate. We usually only have one soulmate. Our soulmate is usually our partner in life, our wife or our husband. Okay. Students, don't forget the topic of the sentence. It's relax. So you have to stay on mark and you have to talk about relaxation. Okay. Well, aside from relaxing at home in my living room or bedroom on weekends, I like to go to Beacon Hill Park near my home, sit on a bench and watch the waves roll in. This helps disconnect my mind from everyday stresses, and this is exactly what I did for 30 minutes yesterday in mental preparation for this exam. All right. So here is my answer. Repeat after me, students. So where do you go to relax? Well, aside from relaxing at home in my living room or bedroom on weekends, I like to go to Beacon Hill Park near my home, sit on a bench, and watch the waves roll in. This helps disconnect my mind from everyday stresses, and this is exactly what I did for 30 minutes yesterday in mental preparation for this exam. Okay, students, so now we're moving along nicely and we're showing the examiner our Band 9 communication and English skill level. Here are some important points to keep in mind, okay? So, important points for Band 9 speaking. Number 1, think about both English, meaning vocabulary and grammar, as well as communication. Okay? Answer, explain, example, being direct. All right? What do I mean? Well, let's see, all right? So let's jump back to this question here, okay? What do you like to do at the weekends? On Saturdays, I like to. Notice how right away in my first 5 words, I'm clearly answering the question. I'm paraphrasing. Weekends, Saturdays, like to, like to. If I want to be even more knowledgeable of vocabulary, then I can say on Saturdays, I enjoy. Okay? The more you paraphrase, the better. It's a very direct answer. Okay? The listener knows right away that I'm clearly answering. So I like to do some active hobbies like going hiking in nature or playing basketball with friends. Giving an answer and then I'm explaining what I like to do. And on Sundays, I like to relax, kick back with a book or a movie in order to charge my batteries for the upcoming work week. I'm using some idiomatic language, charge my batteries, and I'm giving a reason, okay, explanation for why I like to relax on Sundays. And then I finish with a smooth example. Just last Sunday, I watched the new Star Wars. It was fantastic, okay? So that's my Band 9. And then I continue that level of communication in my next answer. Well, aside from relaxing at home, because I just said that I relax and watch a movie, okay? In my living room or bedroom on weekends, I like to go to Beacon Hill Park. So I expand, I give more detail, okay? I sit on a bench. So it says, where do I like to relax? Notice how many times I answer that question. I like to relax in my living room. I like to relax in my bedroom. I like to relax at Beacon Hill Park. I like to relax on a bench in Beacon Hill Park. Okay? Why? Because it helps disconnect my mind from everyday stresses. Also, notice that my answers are very visual. So watch the waves roll in. You can literally picture me sitting on this bench, okay, and I'm watching these waves rolling in on the beach, and I'm relaxing, okay? My hand's maybe there, all right? So it's a very visual answer as well. This is what you want to do for those high band scores, all right? So think about both English and communication, so your word choice, your paraphrasing keywords, okay? And your communication, the structure of what you're saying. Use visual and sensory language, as well as quantitative language, okay? Numbers. Okay, so you want to use numbers. And you want your listener to be able to see what you are explaining. All right, so these are the goals for today's part 1 questions. This is what you want to focus on. Okay? All right, here we go. Next comes part 1. So the examiner will say, okay, now I will ask you some more questions on a general topic. And this is always about you, okay? You, your. So you are talking about yourself. Don't talk about people. Don't talk about society when you answer, or others, or you, but talk about me, myself. It's very, very important. Here we go. Let's talk about walking. Now, interestingly, when we made these questions just last week, we didn't realize that IELTS was actually using these questions last week. So it was just a very lucky guess. So let's talk about walking. How often do you go for a walk? So give me a nice full sentence answer for this one. How often do you go for a walk? Anna says, I frequently go out for a walk at least 2 times a day. In fact, this morning I took a walk with my dog for roughly 40 minutes in the park. Ines, nice. That's what we want to do. Quantitative, right? 40-minute walk. Good, I can picture that, okay, with your dog. It's visual. I see you walking your dog. Good, all right? And you answered the question exactly. I frequently go for a walk, okay? There's a way to paraphrase walk. There are some other words for that. All right, let's see. See a lot of answers, which is great. Hikmatillo says, as I am an extroverted person, I frequently go out for a walk about 2 or 3 hours every day with my friends, and we're really keen on strolling in the park or city center. Last week I went to the park. Nice. Okay, good answer. Pedram says, well, aside from going to the park when I want to relax, I usually go for a walk first thing in the morning every day for 20 minutes because it helps me not only feel more energetic during the day, but also to stay fit. Nice, Pedram. Good answer. Students, when I'm reading the answers of your peers, make sure to repeat me, okay? Copy my intonation. So I'm reading these comments the same way that you should say them, all right? Shamsidin Hakimov says, I go for a walk once every blue moon because I have my own chauffeur. Therefore, I avoid walking as I find it a bit time-consuming. Okay, Shamsidin, good. Make sure you use the question, Shamsidin, okay? So I don't often go for a walk, so we need the word walk in there somewhere, all right? Begzad Erkinov says, I am enthusiastic about walking a street 5 times in the morning because it enables me to recharge my batteries and improve my health. The main reason is that we all need to help the climate more. Begzad, it's about you. Keep it about you, okay? You. Students, in part 1, please do not start talking about yourself like I frequently go for walks every day because it's important for people to stay fit, and walking is also good cardiovascular exercise, especially for the elderly, and it helps children to develop and grow strong bones. And so stay on your own, okay? Don't suddenly go off and start talking about general ideas. Part 1 is usually about you, so talk about yourself. Okay, it's very important. Me, myself. All right? Keep it about yourself. Kyber Jan says, Well, I usually go for walks 6 times a week because it helps me keep my mind fresh. As I just did yesterday morning, I walked for 20 minutes at Cartena downtown. Cartena downtown. Good. Okay. All right. Roshni Kunte says, well, without a doubt, I frequently go for walks 4 times a week. I say this not only because it keeps me healthy, but also it keeps me in shape. Like on Monday to Thursday, I walked for an hour. Okay, keeps me healthy and keeps me in shape. Roshni is the same. Careful with doubling the same information, students. So I always go for a walk between 7 and 8 in the morning. Not only to get to work, but also to stay fit. I could opt to take the bus, but I really do enjoy these morning strolls. All right. So here's my answer. Repeat after me. How often do you go for a walk? I always go for a walk between 7 and 8 in the morning, not only to get to work, but also to stay fit. I could opt to take the bus, but I really do enjoy these morning strolls. All right. So that's a nice answer. It's using quantitative language, 7 to 8. It's using the correlative conjunctions that many of you I see are using also with the not only but also. When you use the not only but also, especially because you're emphasizing, you're strengthening those two elements, make sure that they're different, okay? Get to work is very different from staying fit, okay? So staying fit, staying healthy, staying in shape, those are all the same. So you don't need to use not only but also if you're saying those two. You should only say that once, all right? All right. So, next question. Where do you usually walk? Where do you usually walk? Okay. Let's see some nice full sentence answers. Again, use complex sentences. Adjective clauses show me that you can use which and who and where in an adjective clause. Okay. Max Mujon Sabirov says, I usually walk in the park because it gives me a view of nature, a stunning view of nature. The day before, I walked in the park near my home for half an hour with my girlfriend, and I saw 2 eagles and a squirrel. Okay, Max Mujon, nice. If you're walking in the park because you love that view of nature, then include that into your example somehow, right? So I walked with an hour with my girlfriend and saw some incredibly large pine trees or something like that, okay? Give me a little bit more. Varvara Alexei says, well, there's a huge park near my house, so almost every day I take a stroll there. It's a great way to take in fresh air in the morning. Okay. Take a deep, fresh breath in the morning. Yeah, Barbara, it's okay. All right, that'll work. Chaitra YC says, I do go to the national park, which is a stone's throw away from my home. I go both in the morning and evening. Particularly the morning strolls are enjoyable because I can hear the chirping of birds and the whistling wind makes me feel fantastic. Okay, Chaitra, not bad. Careful with overusing idiomatic language. Students, if you use too many idioms, especially in a sequence, it becomes really awkward. Okay, I've had students like that in the past who loved using idioms so much that they used them too often and their communication was fairly awkward. So careful not to overuse idiomatic language. All right, Stay Cool says, as I said, I like walking around my hometown and I prefer to have a walk on my street because there are quite interesting places to have a good time. Last week I walked around the playground, which is near my home. Stay cool, not bad, okay? I like it. I like how you're making that connection between what you just said and what you're saying now. That's what I'm going to do as well. So, as I just mentioned, I most often walk to and from work. As well, I do go to the park near my home for strolls along the beach and look for seashells to bring home to my daughter. All right. So I talked about going to the park in the beginning when I introduced myself, right? I said that I go to the park to relax. So it makes sense to mention it here as well. And making those connections is a really good idea among your answers. So where do you usually walk? As I just mentioned, I most often walk to and from work. As well, I do go to the park near my home for strolls along the beach and look for seashells to bring home to my daughter. All right. Next question. This is kind of a fun one. Do you like to walk fast or slow? I love this question. Do you like to walk fast or slow? Give me a nice full sentence answer. Now you can see that here you have Y in parentheses or brackets. That's because if you don't give the reason for your answer, the examiner will ask you, why do you like to walk fast? Why do you like to walk slow? So you want to include that answer. You want to give the reason right away. Okay? Because or in order to, since. So cause and effect. All right? Haley. Chursonova. Hi, Haley. It's one of our members. Haley says, I prefer to walk fast because I need to improve my metabolism. Okay? Or work my metabolism. Run my metabolism is a bit awkward, Haley. So I prefer to walk fast because I need to push my metabolism to work hard. Okay? Increase my heart rate in order to stay healthy. Right, Haley? So a little bit more expressive. Okay? Begzad says, well, according to me, it depends on where I'm walking. Begzad, take out that according to me filler. Okay, in this case, that's understood because we're talking about you. So Begzad Erkanov says, it depends on where I'm walking because when I go not only for getting home, then it will be slow. However, I spend much time for entertainment places. Begzad, you got a couple of awkward mistakes there. You need to rethink that one, okay? Budi Sandika says, I really enjoy walking slowly because I can communicate with my friends and enjoy my surroundings. Okay? All right. Walking slowly. Remember your adjectives and your adverbs. Okay? All right. Bipan KC says, as I usually visit the nearest park for a walk, I do stroll slowly because I want to enjoy every frame that I see in the morning as it fills me with positive energy. Marasa says, I love to walk fast. I believe it's not only the best way to overcome gaining weight, but also to recharge me more for the full day. Okay? Overcome gaining weight. Marasa, overcome gaining weight. All right. Some more answers. Atul Chun says, I prefer walking slowly because I want to enjoy each and every moment when I'm amidst nature. Good. Okay. Nobody has, so far has actually expressed how slowly they walk. I find that walking is fast or slow is very relative. So, how long does it take you to cover a kilometer? 10 minutes, 20 minutes, right? Vishal, our member, Kaushik says, I like to walk fast in order to stretch my legs and joints. I like it. Rajveer Singh, our other member, says, I like to walk fast as it helps me to breathe more oxygen, increase my heart rate, which is good for a healthy life. Just the other day, I walked at 10K per hour, and I know this because it said so on my smartwatch. All right, I like it. Okay, great answer. Oh, I'm definitely a fast walker. I hate procrastination, and I always want to get to my destination as fast as possible. I'd say that I walk about 5 kilometers per hour, and I'm always passing other pedestrians on the street. All right. Okay, so here's my answer, and it's kind of true. I am a fast walker. Oftentimes my family and friends ask me to slow down. They're like, where are you running? Here we go. Do you like to walk fast or slow? Oh, I'm definitely a fast walker. I hate procrastination, and I always want to get to my destination as fast as possible. I'd say that I walk about 5 kilometers per hour on average, and I'm always passing other pedestrians on the street. Pedestrian is a person who is walking, okay? So some vocabulary here. Okay, procrastination, to delay an activity for later. All right, so there is some vocabulary for you. One more, destination, the desired goal, location. Okay, so one more time, repeat after me. Oh, I'm definitely a fast walker. I hate procrastination, and I always want to get to my destination as fast as possible. I'd say that I walk about 5 kilometers per hour, and I'm always passing other pedestrians on the street. Pedestrian, pedestrian. Procrastination, procrastination. Destination, destination. Keep those words in mind. They're definitely useful in your everyday quality communication. Next question. What do you like to wear on your feet when you go for a walk? Give me a nice full sentence answer for this one. What do you like to wear on your feet when you go for a walk? Janatun Nayem, you don't have to give an example for every question. That's a bit awkward. But you should for about every second question in part 1, part 3. It's a good question. Okay, Rodrigo Duarte says, I like to wear blue running shoes on my feet when I go for a walk, especially if I go hiking. They are the most comfortable shoes that I've ever had, even though they were cheap. Rodrigo, I did quite a bit of correcting there. Pay attention, watch this part again and repeat what I said. It's more natural, more accurate. Bipan says, I prefer wearing a pair of sports shoes while going for a walk as they are super light and comfortable. Bipan, you don't have to say super twice. Super light and comfortable means you're saying super light and super comfortable. Okay? Stay Cool says, I always wear my favorite sneakers for walking because they are very convenient for me and feel the most comfortable. Last time when I was walking, I wore some Nike shoes. Okay, good, Stay Cool. I like it. It's a nice, clear answer. Some corrections, so careful with that. Haley says, my feet should be comfortable while running. That's why I prefer comfortable sneakers. Haley, be really careful. Okay, you're off topic. You'll lose marks. It's walk. When you're walking, when you're running, when you're hiking, those are different situations, okay? Running and walking are not the same. Going for a walk, people will often wear different shoes than if they go for a run. So Haley, in this case, it's considered an off-topic answer. Even if it's good English, you lose marks. Careful, students. The examiner says, let's talk about walking, then talk about walking. Don't start talking about running, okay? All right, it's really important to keep that in mind. Okay, let's see. Atul Chun says, I prefer walking with shoes on, but when I go for a walk in the morning, I like to walk barefoot on the grass with dewdrops on it. Wet grass can feel quite nice on bare feet. I agree, absolutely. Taylor Reese says, for rare occasions where I have to walk, I prefer wearing comfortable shoes and practical shoes such as All-Stars and Nikes. Taylor, good. Okay. It depends. When the weather is warm, I like to wear sandals while walking so that my feet can breathe. However, if the temperature is cooler, then I prefer to wear my Adidas sneakers as they are really comfy. Today, I'm wearing my sneakers as it is cold outside. All right. So let's do one of these depends answers. When you say it depends, be really, really careful, students. Only use the it depends if it's really easy to use, like this here, okay? We definitely wear different footwear when it's really hot versus when it's cold. So sandals versus sneakers, right? It's a simple one. Repeat after me. It depends. When the weather is warm, I like to wear sandals while walking so that my feet can breathe. However, if the temperature is cooler, then I prefer to wear my Adidas sneakers as they're really comfy. Today I'm wearing my sneakers as it is cold outside. Okay, so that is a nice full sentence answer. Couple more questions, students. Here we go. Have your walking habits changed in the past 10 years? If yes, how? And if you could walk around any place for an hour, where would you go? Why? These two questions, because they're the last two questions of part one, they're a little bit more challenging. The speaking section is progressive. So each question is a little bit more challenging than the previous. Okay? These last two questions, I'm going to leave for you for homework. you can record your answer for those on your mobile phone in MP3 format and send it to my email, adrian@aehelp.com, for a band score estimate. So if you send your voice recording to my email for those last two questions, I will gladly tell you what I think you would get on the IELTS exam in the speaking section. Usually students tell us that, yep, you got my mark exactly right. Everyone watching, for some of the best IELTS materials online and in the world, definitely check out our websites, aehelp.com for academic IELTS, gieltshelp.com for general. Join our premium package. It's really worth a few dollars to save yourself a lot of headache and trouble. You don't have to pay for the exam a second time and do a lot of more studying. Learn the right information from quality materials. Get our apps, Academic IELTS Help, General IELTS Help, and begin learning for success today. Tomorrow, I will be back with Task 2 and reading. That's it for me for right now. I loved the interaction in today's class. A lot of great answers. You are very, very welcome. Hikmatillo, Aisel, you're welcome. Thank you for the applause, Pedram. Much love to all of you from the heart of Europe, Budapest. Bye for now, everyone. See you tomorrow.